Startle reflex. A stranger slams a door behind you. Before your brain registers the sound, your whole body has already moved. That was not you. That was hundreds of millions of years of survival code firing faster than thought. The startle reflex bypasses your conscious brain entirely. It runs through the brainstem, the oldest part of you. By the time your mind says, relax, it's just a door, your muscles already had the meeting without you. The predators that killed your ancestors did not announce themselves. They moved fast, attacked from behind, and the humans who survived reacted before their minds could slow them down. Every millisecond counted. Freeze for half a second, dead. React instantly, you lived. That flinch protected your eyes, tensed your core, and loaded your legs for movement. A full-body weapon with zero loading time. The cost is that it has no filter. It fires at a car backfiring, a phone dropping, a dog barking. Your nervous system treats every sudden sound like a predator because it was never updated to know the difference. The system that kept your ancestors alive now just keeps you on edge. Blink reflex. Your eyes have no pain receptors, but losing them kills you. So your body built something else entirely. Your cornea is one of the most densely packed nerve surfaces in your body. No blood vessels, no fat. Just raw nerve endings exposed directly to the world. For your ancestors, blindness was not a disability. It was a death sentence, delivered slowly. The blink reflex fires in 150 milliseconds, 3 times faster than a conscious blink. 2 triggers, something approaching your eye, or a sound loud enough to signal incoming danger. It also coordinates your whole body. Touch a hot surface, and your eye blinks at the exact moment your hand pulls back. Every vulnerable part protected at once. No thought required. The cost is that it cannot be overridden. Try to keep your eyes open when something flies at your face. You cannot do it. Not once. Your body decided that protecting your vision was too important to leave up to you. Withdrawal reflex. Touch a hot pan. Your hand is already gone before you feel the burn. That is not a figure of speech. It is literally true. The signal that pulls your hand back travels a shorter neural path than the signal that tells you it hurts. Your spinal cord handles the withdrawal. Your brain gets the memo after. Pain is slow. Pain is a report. By the time the full signal reaches your brain and you consciously decide to move, serious tissue damage has already happened. So your body cut the brain out of the decision entirely. Pain receptor, spinal cord, motor neuron, muscle. Under 1/10 of a second. No approval required. The cost is that it does not negotiate. A surgeon whose hand is touched unexpectedly will pull back. A climber grabbing a hot rock on a cliff face will let go. The reflex does not know when holding on matters more than letting go. It just lets go. Hypnic jerk. You are finally drifting off. Warm, quiet, almost gone. Then your entire body slams awake like you just touched a live wire. That was a hypnic jerk. The most widely discussed explanation involves trees. For millions of years, your ancestors slept in them. As the body falls asleep, muscles relax. In a tree, muscle relaxation means one thing. You start to fall. So your nervous system may have built a failsafe. The moment it detected rapid muscle release, it fired a full-body jerk to catch you. The problem is it cannot distinguish between relaxing into sleep and actually falling. The sensation is nearly identical. Other researchers argue it is simply the brain misfiring during the shift between wakefulness and sleep. Both explanations are still debated. What is not debated is that it hits hardest when you are most exhausted. The ancient failsafe that once caught your ancestors in trees now steals the sleep you need to function. Vasovagal Syncope. You see a needle or a drop of blood. The world tilts, and then the floor comes up to meet you. Millions of people faint at the sight of blood at least once in their lives. Most assume something is wrong with them. One evolutionary hypothesis suggests the opposite. In the wild, predators respond to movement and struggle. A prey animal that goes completely limp becomes far less interesting. Some predators lose interest. Some simply move on. For early humans in a confrontation they could not win, collapsing completely may have been the last card left. The attacker sees a limp body, assumes the threat is gone, and moves on. The human wakes up and walks away. Your body drops your heart rate, pulls blood from your limbs, and shuts down your visible threat response. It looks like failure. It was built as a last resort. Researchers still debate whether fainting evolved as a deliberate survival strategy or whether it is a side effect of extreme blood pressure shifts under stress. The pattern is consistent enough that the question keeps coming back. The cost is a trigger completely miscalibrated for modern life. Your body cannot tell the difference between mortal danger and a routine blood draw. The same response that may have saved your ancestors now makes routine medical care harder, more embarrassing, and in some cases, genuinely dangerous. Diving reflex. Put your face in cold water. Within seconds, your heart rate starts to drop without any effort on your part. Most people have never heard of this reflex. Every single person has it. The moment cold water hits around your nose and mouth, your body shifts into oxygen conservation mode. Heart rate slows. Blood vessels in your limbs constrict, pushing circulation toward your brain and heart. Your spleen contracts and dumps a reserve of oxygen-rich red blood cells straight into your bloodstream. Trained freedivers drop their heart rate as low as 30 beats per minute, using nothing but this reflex and controlled breathing. For coastal populations that relied on diving for food and survival, this was not a curiosity. It was the difference between reaching the bottom and not making it back up. Newborn babies submerged in water automatically hold their breath, slow their heart rate, and do not inhale. Fully installed at birth, before any experience with water at all. You were born with a submarine protocol built into your face. The cost is that almost nobody knows it exists. Splashing cold water on your face can slow your heart rate within seconds. Most people reach for something else before they ever try the thing their body already built for exactly this. Goosebumps. You have the muscles for fur you do not have. They still fire anyway. In an animal with thick fur, hair standing on end traps air between the strands, building a thermal barrier from the body itself. The same reflex makes a threatened animal look larger. Fur puffs out. Silhouette expands. The attacker hesitates. One reflex. Two survival functions. Then we lost most of our body hair. Both functions became useless. But those tiny muscles are still there. Every one of them. Still firing on command. Running on, even though the fur they were built for is long gone. The emotional trigger stayed. Goosebumps from music, from a story, from a moment that feels like it means something. Studies show aesthetic chills occur more often in people who score higher on emotional sensitivity. Your body registers a perfect song the same way it once registered a predator. Something important is happening right now. Same signal, same old response. The cost is that it gives nothing back. All the machinery, none of the function. Palmar Grasp reflex. A baby has never been taught to grip. It has never practiced. It arrives knowing. Press a finger into a newborn's palm, and the hand closes with real force. The baby cannot lift its own head, cannot focus its eyes, cannot control a single voluntary movement, but it can hold on. This reflex is older than our species by 50 million years. Primate mothers move constantly. They climb, run, and leap. A baby that cannot hold on falls. A baby that holds on survives. For every primate before us, clinging was not a skill. It was the first requirement for being alive. The reflex fires in the first weeks of life, strong enough that a newborn can briefly support its own body weight if both hands are gripping. Both the hand and foot version disappear within months as voluntary control takes over. The ancient grip gives way to something learned. The cost does not come in infancy. It comes later, because the same wiring that makes a baby grip without thinking makes humans hold on in general, to people, to situations, to things that stopped working long ago. Not every reflex that fires in your body stays in your hands. But for those first weeks, before the baby knows your face or your voice or your name, it already knows one thing. Hold on. Do not let go. That was the first rule. It has been the first rule for 50 million years. And the first time you put your finger in a newborn's hand, it still fires, right on time, like it always has.